Firstly, good evening, everyone. So as of now, like officially, he's been ruled out, as you know, of this T20 series against South Africa. These two games, he has gone to the NCA, and we are awaiting for the official confirmation on the next steps. So as of now, officially, he's only ruled out of this series, but we'll see what happens over the next few days. And once we get some official confirmation, then we'll be able to share that with you.
Is it like a stress? Are the medical reports out yet? Is it a stress fracture or?
Like I said, I honestly haven't gone deeply into the medical reports. I mean, I rely on the experts to tell me what it is. They ruled him out for this series, and he's being assessed. And we'll know in due course whether he's what happens in the future. You know, obviously, till he is completely ruled out, till I get official confirmation that he's ruled out, we will always be hopeful, right? We will always hope for the best, just for us as a team, but also for Jasprit as an individual. You know, we will always hope for the best.
Now you mentioned during the Asia Cup that for the remainder of the matches you would like to play the best 11 barring injuries. It's not happened because of injuries, because of resting some players and stuff. So how difficult has the situation been, and does the team know what the best 11 is for the first World Cup game?
Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty clear about. I think within the group and within the team, I think we have been very clear about you know, the kind of combinations we want, the kind of players that we are likely to play in the 11. I mean, you can't pick 11 months in advance. You don't know the wicket and you don't know what it's like. So it's you know, it's. I think we've been very clear about the kind of skills that we want in the 15. I think for me that is really important. The kind of squad that we pick to the World Cup. You know, barring injury, what were the kind of skills that we were looking for? Different kind of bowlers, different kind of certain batting skills. So all of those things, I mean, without going into obviously too much detail, I think to be honest, we have always been very clear about it, and I think to a large extent we managed to get everything. Not everything will be perfect, you know, at times due to injury and due to very many other factors. But I would like to say that I think in terms of the skills in the squad, everyone being fit as we go ahead from here on in, I think we are quite comfortable that we've got all the skills that allow us to play different combinations and different kinds of 11s based on the different wickets that we might get in Australia and the different opposition. So, you know, I think that's really important in a tournament like the World Cup. You play on 5 different venues or 4 different venues in our case in the league stage, and then hopefully onwards, and you play against 5 different teams. So you really need to have that, you know, a little bit of versatility or flexibility in your squad that allows you to change up things if you need to against a particular opposition. So, no, I think we've been very clear with that. Yes, I mean, obviously, over the last few series, we probably haven't been able to play that squad due to a variety of reasons, and that can happen. But I think that most of the guys in the 15 now have had pretty decent amount of cricket over at least, you know, in the last 6 months here.
How much battling is it, you know, because so many of injuries have been happening despite the work he was managing. Buda is back rehabbing. So how much
It happens. It's part and parcel of the game. I mean, we're not the only team that you know, unfortunately suffers from injuries. You know, obviously when they happen closer to big tournaments, they can be this can maybe upset your plans a little bit, but you know, I think injuries are part and parcel of the game. I mean, they happen. It's everyone is trying to make a really good effort to minimize the injuries as much as possible. I think we really work hard with our sports science team here, you know, in the squad here, and even at the NCA, and we work with them. We take their advice. We do the best we can. We try and manage their workloads. But in spite of that, I don't think there's a team in the world that can say that they don't have injuries at all. So it's part of the game. I think we play the game a lot, playing it all the time. People are going to get injured. I mean, that's just the nature of it. How less you can make it, I think it's good for you.
Probably you have experienced the weather and pitch conditions in Guwahati. So what will be the team strategy for tomorrow?
It was hot yesterday at practice, man. It was really hot. But no, we're lucky the game's in the evening. I haven't actually played at this ground before, but it looks a very good wicket. I just went there just now and saw that. I think it looks a really good wicket. I hear that the game is sold out, so we're really excited about playing in Guwahati and playing in front of the fans here. I think everywhere we've played, since June, I think when things have opened up and we've been able to play over the last 2 years, every time we played in India in the last few months, I think every stadium has been packed. And I think that's a great thing. It's just great to see the fans back in the stadium watching these games. And I know the boys really appreciate having the fans there and cheering for them and supporting them and hopefully supporting good cricket. And I think that's a wicket that should, I think, support good cricket.
What can be the playing 11 for tomorrow according to pitch conditions?
We'll know that tomorrow. I don't like announcing.
Now, Mr. Bigger, Harshal Patel, he has been used by India largely in the windows and the levels, but in France situations, especially international cricket, he has struggled with it. Earlier also against South Africa and now also against Australia. Wanted to know about how he has been coping with the struggles, and is there something that he's impacted negatively, or he's still positive that he can deliver as a player?
No, I think Harshal's a really mentally strong cricketer. He's a fantastic cricketer, and if you just look at his performances over the last 2 years, I mean, they've been absolutely phenomenal for the franchise that he plays in. Even in international cricket for us, I think he's bowled some really good spells. And no, I think he's preparing really well. He's practicing really hard. It can happen. I mean, he's also come off a little bit of an injury. And it's it takes a little bit of time to get used to it. But I thought he bowled a phenomenal last over against Australia at Hyderabad. I mean, if you look at that last over against Hyderabad, even the last over in the last game against South Africa sorry, where did he play the last one? Trivandrum. Yeah, so at both Hyderabad and Trivandrum, he bowled fantastic last overs. I think 8 runs and 7 runs, and he got Tim David's wicket. And that in a tight game, in a close game, that can make a big difference. So. No, I think we're very happy with the way he's progressing. He's going really well. And the more and more games he plays, the better it will be for him. It was just unfortunate that he has 6 weeks off, due to injury.
Can we expect KL Rahul and Surya Kumar will better play?
Sorry?
KL Rahul and Surya Kumar, they have played in Thiruvananthapuram very well. They have 50 and 51.
Yes.
I think it will be more better.
They played very well, sir. So, yeah, we want them to continue. We want them to keep going. We want all our players to keep batting well.
First of all, don't you think in the last few months there has been a lot of experiments as far as the batting 11 and the bowling is concerned? So don't you think this will affect the consistency of the players as well as their performance in the individual, especially?
I mean, it's a little unrealistic to expect us to keep playing the same guys over and over again. I think some of the changes or experiments, as people like to call them, are sometimes forced upon you, right? I mean, if Bumrah doesn't play the last game, it's not because we are experimenting, but because he gets injured. Sometimes we have to give people a workload break. When we played all the same 11 in 5 matches against South Africa in June, if you will remember. The 5-match series against South Africa, we played exactly the same 11 every single game. People were saying, why don't they change the 11? So, I think we can't win in either way. Whatever we do, people are going to say that. But I think in the group and in the team, I think we are very, very confident and very sure about what we've been doing. I think sometimes it doesn't seem very apparent from the outside, but there are a lot of things that, the people outside won't know, right? What is the niggles people are having, how we need to manage players, how we were preparing for a test match. So if you notice, we were playing a test match, and at the same time we were also playing a series in Ireland. So we had to play different players there. So there are many things that go into this. It's hard to just explain, this thing. But in the group, I think the communication has been very good. In the team, the communication has been very good. So I know that sometimes there can be a bit of noise outside, but in the group, I think people have been given a lot of clarity as to why certain things are happening.
Yesterday you had an interaction session with the young cricketers of Assam.
Yeah.
How kind of potential do you find among them? What kind?
I unfortunately didn't get to see them play, so very unfair for me to comment on their potential. But I have no doubt, having seen the likes of Riyan Parag and seeing how he plays and seeing seeing him in the under 19s and watching him grow, that like Rian, I'm sure there are a lot of very, very young talented boys here in Assam, and I mean, there are athletes, there's no doubt about it, that boys from this area, boys and girls in fact from this area are very athletic, so I have absolutely no doubt there'll be a lot of talent here. Thank you.
আপুনি চাই আছে ND24 সৰ্বশ্ৰেষ্ঠ নহয় সৰ্বোত্তমৰ দৌৰ